your disposal. You can listen anytime you want, as many times as you want. And if you like music, I suggest you go back to the Labor Day show, because everybody and their mama's mama likes James Brown. Everybody and their mama's mama likes James Brown. Go back to the 2nd of September 2019. Listen to my man, the crown holder. He burnt it down with this James Brown mix, y'all. Mooka Dean, they do it every week, but that James Brown, everybody loves James Brown. I got my girl Tree from Trade Naturals in the building. Go to Facebook, look up Trade Naturals for natural hair care products. Again, that is TRE accent NATURALS, natural hair care products. This is a sister who started her own business. She's doing beer butter. She's doing bath bombs. She's doing skin, hair. She's doing everything you need. Shop with the sister. Big ups to her. Thank you for the support and on the show. Much love, man. That's what I really. But back to this, I've gone on this rant long enough in regards to this NCAA. Man, I'm gonna talk about some of these big games that was this week. This week, start from the bottom to West Virginia and Texas. Texas look like they are back on the road. They got a big time quarterback, Coach Herman, killing them again. He's former assistant at Ohio State University, offensive coordinator last time. They won the national championship. Big ups to him. It looks like he's taking Charlie Strong's players and turning Texas back into a powerhouse. Much love to him. That was an awesome game. The only thing I don't like about that is one of my homies, Big Stacy from Rhode Island. He listening. He a background listener. Thank you, Stacy. And speaking of background listeners, thank y'all for being background listeners. If you don't understand that you're a background listener, what a background listener is, you're listening to this show right now. You haven't created a profile and you have entered the chat room. You have not entered the chat room, which means you're just listening as you walk around and handle your business. I really appreciate you doing that. But if you really want, most of you guys, due to my show, you have the nature of my show. You were not acclimated. You got a lot of you guys been listening to me from the very beginning. You were not acclimated to a chat room. So if you want to get a shout out, you want to get some acknowledgement, or if you just want to continue to listen in the background, that's cool, man. I really appreciate it. But that's what I mean by background listeners. And as you come into the chat room, I will acknowledge you and thank you for listening. If you want to create a profile, connect your email. You get an email from me. You connect your social media. You get an alert via social media via Twitter or Facebook, and you'll be able to stay in contact with everything that's going on Spreaker.com via Built for This Network. Me and my partners, my brothers. I ain't got no partners. I ain't got no friends. I got brothers. Big ups to all, man. One of these days, I'm gonna trick my former co-host, Chi-Town's first lady, into getting back on the air, because she used to kill it. We used to be a part of a crew called Windy City Clutch here in Chicago. She used to kill. I used to force her to talk. I'm gonna get her back on air at some point. Y'all gonna get a pleasant surprise when y'all hear the first lady drop some science. With that being said, it's time for the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What that is the signal for the Supreme Court. What I call the Supreme Court is 9 of them. That's why I call it Supreme Court. And these are the top 9 people in any realm of sports, coaching, players that wear the same number or what have you. This week, I'm doing the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Top running back, the 9 running backs that are dope as hell that most people don't talk about. These dudes are either in the Hall of Fame and forgotten, or they are about to go. They should be in the Hall of Fame, and nobody's talking about them. Number 9, he holds the rookie record for rushing. He holds the rookie record for rushing in a game. Most rushing yards in a game. Bro, anytime you can say you broke Jim Brown's record, you are doing some big time stuff. This dude was big time. He was dwindling away in obscurity. Most people don't even know what this dude's stats look like. He has some insanely impressive stats. He's a big time running back. I think he's a 2-time Super Bowl champion, if I'm not mistaken. And this dude was a hard runner. Nobody could get him down on the first try. Big time running back. And he's at least a 1-time Super Bowl champion. He has rushed for 11,241 yards, ended his career with the New England Patriots right out of the University of Washington. He goes by the name of Corey Dillon. People, this dude was insanely impressive. Big up. He was the second round pick in the 97 draft. University of Washington by the Cincinnati Bengals. That's a team I'm gonna kick in the behind a little later. He finished the last 3 years of his career with the New England Patriots. And just in case you don't understand how tremendous this young brother was, he played in 4 Pro Bowls, 3 times Player of the Week, Defensive Player of the Year, of the month, in the month of December 2004. Look, when this dude left the New England Patriots, for those who think, oh man, Corey Dillon was nice, but come on, man, you tripping, HRap. He played 3 years with the New England Patriots, got 3,100 yards. He played 8 years with the Bengals, 7 years with the Bengals with 8,000 yards. That's what gives him the 11,241 yards. He averaged 4.3 yards a carry, and it took 10 years, T-E-N years. It took 10 years for Corey Dillon to be replaced in New England, because that's how long it took between the Super Bowls. Corey Dillon with the New England Patriots and another Super Bowl. So when he walked out of the door, it took them 10 years to replace him. Now, with that being said, big ups to him. The next dude up on my list is a dude who should be in the Hall of Fame. This is one of the greatest all-purpose backs in the history of the league. There was nobody doing it like him on a regular basis before him. We had multi-purpose backs before. The late, great Walter Payton is arguably the greatest multi-purpose back. Number 2, in my opinion, will be Marcus Allen. Maybe that's my next list, and I'll do that someday. I ain't gonna do it now since I told y'all that might be my next list. This is a dude who, it may not sound like a lot of yards, but he got 8,100 yards, played with the Raiders, played with the San Francisco 49ers, and finished his career with the Minnesota Vikings. He's the very first player to receive 1,000 yards, and rush for 1,000 yards in the very same season. By saying that, most people already know who he is. 3-time Super Bowl champion, big-time San Francisco 49er legend. He goes by the name of Roger Craig. Big up. This guy, a lot of people look at this dude as a big, lumbering, strong running back that, you couldn't drag him down. But this dude, believe it or not, still holds track records at the University of Kansas. Sprint records. He went by the name of Diesel. That pretty much gives it up. He a Leo, so I got to show him some love. Big ups to Team Leo in the building. He goes, he started his career off with the New York Jets, or as people jokingly say, just in the season. He finished his career off with the Washington Racial Slurs. Yeah, I call them the Racial Slurs because, sorry, y'all, I'm not going to say that name. It's just like, you don't give me to say the name of the team because it's kind of disrespectful to that culture. Finished his career with 11,352 yards, Super Bowl champion, Super Bowl MVP. By and large, for his career, he averaged 4 yards a carry. Again, a lot of people don't know this dude. When he hit the league, he was a speedster. He retired for a couple years, went up to Canada, came back. He's from Kansas, went to the University of Kansas. He's 7 years old, fell on hard times at one point. Believe it or not, this dude was Super Bowl MVP, living in a public storage unit. Do you hear me? Living in a public storage unit. This plays right hand in hand into me always saying the players need to get the money when they can, get the money while the money's there. But that's neither here nor there. Big ups to Washington Racial Slurs legend, NFL legend, Hall of Famer John Ricketts. Now, back to this NCAA situation, man. That was one good game this week. The next good game I want to talk about is Jim Harbaugh is on the Budweiser hot seat, man. If you don't know what the Budweiser hot seat is, that means you ain't old enough to be listening to the show. But on the serious side, Jim Harbaugh, his defense, he is known for hard-nosed football, you know, what they used to call 3 yards in a cloud of dust. But right now, his team is struggling, but this is one of the staples of his team. University of Iowa is a tricky team. They're elusive. They're very hard-nosed, and they went up and they had a duel with the University of Michigan. Jim Harbaugh defense stood up and proved why Shea, I can't think of his name, the damn quarterback, he didn't hold up his end, but it's partially because the University of Iowa is a tough, hard-nosed team. His team, it went down to the wire. Big ups to the University of Michigan winning this. Harbaugh goes on to his job a little longer, and they're starting to remove his name from the hot seat, but up until and included he make it to this NCAA playoff, he's going to continue to be there in the hot seat. This wasn't a great game, but this is a game that lets you know that Justin Fields is the truth. Justin Fields didn't have. I got my girl Sabrina from the great state of Indiana. Thank you, Sabrina, for the support. Much love. It was Michigan State versus Ohio State. This game started off tooth and nail, and then what ended up happening is Michigan State started to shoot themselves in the foot. Once they start, and what I mean by shooting themselves in the foot, they start turning the damn ball over. When you turn over the ball against a team like against Ohio State, you might as well pack your damn tent up and go home. Because if you turn the ball over consecutively, like they did against a team that stacked them every level of defense, the DBs, I don't like all that zone they play at Ohio State, but hey, man, they winning. So what the hell is HRap? They got DBs, they got linebackers. They continue to have an awesome offensive line. The brother that coached the offensive line, he an awesome coach. And then you got this new coach. And then you got Justin Fields doing the damn thing. Ohio State is a perennial powerhouse. They damn near juggernaut at this point. But Michigan State held on as long as they could, and they don't have the level of talent. Coach D'Antoni is an excellent football coach. He's an excellent football coach. And when you have that type of coaching prowess, and you're direct, you are not as deep talented, not as deep in regards to talent, you can afford to turn the football over. So Ohio State showed and proved did their damn thing. Big ups to Ohio State for living up to the billing, the Ohio State University. And I got my man Big P from the north side of Chicago. He in the building. Much love, Big P. Thanks for the support, bro. Like I told y'all, man, I don't have no damn friends. I got brothers, man. I got brothers and cousins. That's it. Friends are that's somebody that you just met. Friend, brother, that's somebody you stuck with. And no matter how mad you get with them, they there for you. And this was a damn good game. The last game I'm going to go over, it's a damn good game. It was tooth and nail. People thought that Gus Malzahn was going to come through there and shake up the University of Florida. Florida stood and proved, man. Look, a lot of people are upset with Florida because they are no longer the Steve Spurrier's Florida or the Urban Meyer's Florida. Look, those days are over. Jimmy Johnson ain't coming back to the U. Bobby Bowden ain't going back to Florida State. Bear Bryant ain't coming back to Alabama, which is a poor analogy because they kicking ass and taking names at this point anyway. But those old coaches are not coming back, so people get over that. You know, we cherish them, but it's not going to happen. But this week, man, Florida, everybody thought Nix, the freshman quarterback Nix at Auburn was going to come in there and tell Florida. Florida came in there with a chip on their shoulder and let people know, look, we not dominating like we used to, but we damn sure not going to be no pushover. And because this is the beauty in college football. This is truly the beauty in college football. This is why over the years, man, I've always been more of a college football fan than a pro football fan. Yeah, I'm a Raiders fan. Yeah, I'm from Chicago. I bear down. I'm with all that, man. But if they gave me an option to never watch NFL football or always watch college football, I'm watching college, man. There's more options. It's better styles. They do, in my opinion, they do a better job at adjusting to the talent instead of having the talent adjust to them. And it's even better now with this new transfer portal. And the transfer portal, if you make